Hello, this is Brother Oates. Psalm 23, verse 3, He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Verse 2, the phrase, He maketh me, is followed by the phrase, He leadeth me beside the still waters. Again, that phrase is repeated in verse number 3, He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness. Make no mistake about it, my shepherd leads me. And He'll always lead me in paths of righteousness or right living. Never will He lead us in the downtrodden paths of unrighteousness or wrong living. Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse number 11, For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse number 17. In the middle of that verse is this phrase, I am the Lord thy God. And at the end of that verse, it says, which leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go. It was a wonderful moment in my life when by faith I made the Savior my Savior. And now I willingly, faithfully, and lovingly follow His leading for the rest of my days. Psalm 23 verse 3 not only tells us where He leads, the paths of righteousness, but it tells us why He leads us. In the last four words of that verse, for His name's sake. Can I tell you that our lives are really not about us? You and I be lucky if a handful of people will even mention our names a year after we're gone. But they've been mentioning my shepherd's name for thousands of years. John chapter 10, verse number 11 says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep, and He did at Calvary. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse number 20 calls Him this, that great shepherd of the sheep. 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse number 25 says this about Him, the shepherd and bishop of your souls. That word bishop means overseers. And 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse number 4 says this, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Imagine a sheep that is laser focused on his shepherd. And when he looks up to see you, the only reason is because he hears his shepherd say, that's them. Bereans, search the scriptures. God bless you.